Oh my God. You're not going to believe this. Hold on. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I'm going to play a clip because I forgot something in the other room and I need it bad. So hold on, we'll get you warmed up. Go.
One day you might actually get the opportunity to meet your abductors.
I already did. A tall, 7-ish foot praying mantis looking being was upset with me and was
this
chastising me.
This was during one of your abduction events?
This is right around the same time as this mountain bike incident. It was the environment that I thought it was in my bedroom. On the
Can't do a show without my notes. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Sunday, January 26, 25. It's been hell of a week. We did it. I don't know. We're here Sunday night. I decided to do a show for everybody instead of just the members today. Just a last minute decision. We've got some stuff for the members that they're going to love. So trust me, it's okay. You'll be all right. Thank you for the support, though. I mean, GUFON survives because of your support, and I appreciate all of you. I do, and we need to keep that going because we can't allow truthology or ufology to fall to the wayside. We can't do it. It must continue, and we must build on this year. This year, we must build. We have to. I'm going to do a lot better on try posting stuff everywhere. I got weed in my eyes. I thought I washed my hands good enough. But for those of you who don't know, if weed gets on my skin, not this side, but this side and the rest of my body, in my mouth, in my eyes, my back, armpits, all pits, it itches. I get a little rash, nothing major, but it itches and I have to wash it out. And some must have been on my fingers when I was sprinkling it in. And I went to itch my eye, and now they're both itching. And it's so orgasmic though when I itch it like this. Oh, it feels so good. All right. That's why I wear these glasses. Some shows it's like, my eyes are still red from rubbing them because somehow, some way, a little shim sham got in the eyeballs. I try my best to wash my little paws after each dose, but there's a lot of terpenes in that stuff, It really gets in the grooves of all pores and stuff like that. It's hard to win the old scratcherooski and the eyeballski, see? Tonight we're going to talk about ufology is constantly morphing, changing, false threat, real threat, political threat. As long as there's a threat, the government or the people above the government or below, however you want to look at it, they're the ones that control the narrative and tell us how we're going to be scared. Now, I may have spoken incorrectly yesterday, and I want to apologize because I did. I said the drone show was over. And I'm wrong. It's not over. It's still going on. What I should have said was the media is shutting down the story. And they're not everybody's talking about it anymore. And we don't know what's going on, but Trump says he's going to tell us. I think I have a clip of Ruski somewhere. I have a good show for tonight. Oh, you got to be Uncle Rich. You know what I mean? I set this up perfectly. Now, what's going on is every time I click on something that I have ready to go, I have to find the pause button and pause it. I already did all this before I even started, but for some reason I gotta do it again. And I got a lot of stuff, and I wanted to play a clip about the drone show that's going on. And now, for some reason, it's hard to find. There's another guy who said he was part of a UFO recovery team. We're going to get to that guy tonight as well. A lot of people making claims now. All of a sudden, I was part of this. I was part of a recovery team. You were? Yeah. Where's the evidence? Oh, yeah. Well, I was part of a recovery. Mac? Yeah. What kind of recovery team? Oh, I'm recovering from drugs and alcohol. I'm joking. Oh my God. It might as well be that. I mean, that would be a little more interesting. I told Jake Barber I need him on my show. Then no reply yet. I asked Jake Barber to come on the show. You know, the guy with the last whistleblower. Oh, I just realized I don't have the watch on. I was charging it. All right, here's the video. They're not going anywhere, people. Here's a video from Jersey about the drone show. Wait, what's going on? And then we'll do a little roll call, see who's sneaking in here at the hour of 10 p.m. Eastern-ish. Go.
Okay, I'm doing a video.
Okay.
This is absolutely crazy.
You're right. Okay, Johnny. Oh God.
What the fuck is this one?
What the
This
fuck?
is the biggest I've ever seen.
This is the biggest airplane they ever made. It looks like a drain, a pool, and a drone. No, a plane and a drone is a.
If it's a big plane, it's flying way too low.
Planes can't fly that low. They skip over that part and then they get really high. People are just ridiculous. Let's take a look at this and see what it is, shall we?
What the fuck is this one?
What the fuck is this
I
one?
love that voice. God. This could be anything from a helicopter to a drone to a P-lane. You know what it isn't? An alien. A UFO.
What the fuck is this shit?
Well, golly, Sergeant Carter. Surprise. Pile. Remember that show? With Gomer Pyle as Gomer Pyle, starring in Gomer Pyle. Tonight on Gomer Pyle, Gomer Seeks Pyle. That show was horrifically funny. It was so good it was bad. It was so bad it was good. It was a man's show made for nobody but kids with no brains. It was made for people looking to lose a few IQs halfway through their afternoon. That show sucked, but I watched it. And when Jim Neighbors, for those of you who don't know, played Gomer Pyle, he's just a stupid Marine or an Army guy. And he talked like this because that's how gay people talked, Sergeant Carter, back then. They weren't flamboyant. No sirree, Bob. They weren't flamboyant back then. They turned flamboyant in the 70s, I think, right? Like right into the 80s. Oh, all of a sudden that became a thing. Why did that happen? I never understood the lisp. Is that just like a call sign to let other gay people know you're gay? Seriously? I can do the voice so well, people thought I was gay. Seriously, I had that tag my whole life. You know you're gay. You just don't admit it. I'm not gay. Now, my boyfriend, he's gay. The oldest joke in the book. What book? The gay book. You got a gay book? No, you just said it. I don't know. I heard about it. I ain't. Don't worry about it. But worry about it because I ain't. But, if you're worried, don't worry. I just never understood this. I don't get it. Because that's not how girls talk. If guys think that's feminine, do girls talk like this? No. Here's how women talk, I think. I think they talk like this. Let me see if I can get it right. Well, maybe the gay guys got it right. Maybe it is this. Wait, hold on. How do you do a woman's voice? Richard. Oh. If I was to do my mom, Richard. That you're ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Let me see. Who else can I do? Maybe somebody in my family. All right, one of my cousins. Are you serious? I can't do a woman's voice. How do you do a woman's voice? How do you do it? You do it like this. I don't get it in ufology. How do you do it, Corbell? How do you act? How do you speak like a woman? See, this is why nobody subscribes to your channel, Rich. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, subconscious. I don't have anybody guiding me. And when thank you. No, I did get guidance. I now see it and recognize it. And let's move forward with roll call and do an adult show is what I'm hearing we should be doing. Renee Cruisin. Welcome to the show. Bob Berkins, because two bees are better than one. Dan Peters, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Thank you. Jeanette Angel, the angel of GUFON. Nice to see you. Welcome to the show. Myra Page, welcome to this centerfold of the universe. You like that? You see what I did there? Welcome to the show. Apostate plus tax, welcome to the show. Mike / Denmark, welcome to the show. And he says in a comment here, hey, Rich and all, that's you guys. The drone incursion is most definitely happening, but Trump won't get to reveal anything because it's probably not the official government responsible for it. I added the for it. Seemed like it should go. Thank you, Mike / Denmark. Okay, but Trump said he is going to tell us, and Trump never lies. And get struck by lightning. We'll see. Welcome to the show, though. Samo, Gufonian rock star, welcome to this show. Bob Berkins, because this is the second B to the show. David Wilcox, not Wilcock. Welcome to the show. Okay, I'm going to stop introductories right at this moment and say this. If I did not say your name, it does not mean I don't love you. It means I have a little bit of show to do and a short time to do it in. So forgive me if I didn't say hello, but I welcome all of you, my children. Do we have we do? Do we? We don't have no, we don't. No poll tonight. Okay. Well, we'll come up with a poll some other show. Just don't have one ready for this evening, and I apologize for any misconception you thought would be part of the show tonight. But it is Sunday, and we're doing this for everybody tonight, not just the members. I wanted to include the world. So let's get started, shall we? Here we go. UFO revolution. Is it happening right now? You must ask yourself, what happened at the UFO hearing? Does anybody know what happened at the recent UFO hearing? Jeremy from Jeremy Corbell. Have you ever heard of this guy? He has this show called Weaponized. I want to see something real quick because he threw a temper tantrum, as we all saw the other night, because he thinks purposely his name was left out. Hold on. Of Macy Gray's. What's her name? Gracie May. Macy got documentation handed to her. She thought it was from somebody else, and Corbell actually turned it in but didn't get credit for it. He thinks there's a conspiracy against saying his name, giving him credit, instead of giving it to this other person who had no idea. It was an accident. You could totally see it wasn't done on purpose. And I have to wonder, if it was done on purpose, could they have pulled it off any better? It was flawless how they planned that. Give it to this guy, he'll give it to Mace, and then she says, hey, this guy just handed this to me, not knowing originally it came from Corbell. All she did was say who handed it to her. She didn't say he's responsible for the research done in this documentation. She didn't do any of that. She said, Dipstick handed this to me. Oh, it was done on purpose. Ill intent. The government bad. Bad government. Corbell good. Don't you think he's doing that on purpose? To give the illusion that he's not a disinfo agent, to give the illusion that the government isn't using him, which he knows they are, and allows it to happen, to be the disinfo guy. This is a way he acts like he's fighting with the government. Howard Stern did the same thing against the government. And everybody, oh, he's going against the government. That's what Corbell's doing right now. Creating a buzz about nothing. It's great. It's good theater. But okay, hey man, out of the thousands of documents, these several documents you didn't get permission. What he should have done, didn't get permission, didn't get admission, didn't get credit. But he would have, if he would have done it right, instead of throwing the temper tantrum like he did, he should have just did what he did now. Go on his podcast, tell everybody, here's what happened. It was an accident. I talked to her about it. Everything's good. They'll correct it. Boy, oh boy, would that have gone a lot further. Right? It would have shown like, wow, I mean, that's cool. No, I mean, nobody would have thought anything weird about that. They would have it wouldn't have been an issue. It wouldn't have been an issue at all. If he didn't say a damn thing, what changes? What changes? Oh, he got credit. Oh, he turned in that file. He turned in that documentation. Corbell did. What? Corbell did? Wait a minute. This changes disclosure. Stop the process. Corbell should get credit for those. What? How many documents? 6? Ah, this is terrible. This is tyranny at its best. Oh my God, the cover up is so deep. They're hiding it. Well, Corbell, oh my God, he's a integral piece of disclosure. He's like the missing link of evolution. That's what he thinks. I hope he watches this. Congratulations, narcissist. You are the leader in the narcissistic movement in ufology. Hey, I was a top 10. I know I'm a narcissist, but at least I can admit it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't go out of my way. Do I? I don't do what Corbell just did. For no reason, right? Although I some say maybe I did with Lou Eliganzo, but no. When you called him out to meet him behind the barn? Oh boy. United States Moron Co-op. USMC. That's a funny acronym. What's up, Shane Reed? Goes to Shane Reed. Jeff Garvey, what do you say there, JG? We have a JG connection, psychics. Good to see you. What's HSNG Dragon? House and Dragon. House and Dragon. House and Dragon. Welcome to the show. Nobody. See, this is Doty 2.0. Oh, yeah. No. Well, I guess you could maybe say, but it really isn't. I mean, what part? What part is Doty 2.0? Oh, by the way, did I say it? If you guys want to help support Truthology for ufology, all the links are in the show description. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App, boop. So, I'm going to play this. What the frig is this? Hold on. This is weird. I have a link here. Hold on. Oh, okay. I accidentally hit back. All right. So this is the Jeremy Corbell, I believe, insanity thing. Let's take a listen. He said, I made sure I was there while the final copy was... All right, I'll just let you listen to it.
You to go to as a whistleblower or direct firsthand knowledge about UAP, you have to make sure you trust them. They can't be bought. They can't be influenced. They need to be pure reporters and journalists.
Hey.
I'm very scared that people are being ordained and put into position as filters for information. I think that's dangerous for whistleblowers. I absolutely directly saw that
people are being ordained to be... What did he say? To hold on, to disseminate the information, basically, is what he's saying. Like people who don't have any idea of what's going on in ufology.
Ordained and put into position for you to go to as a whistleblower or direct firsthand knowledge about UAP. You have to make sure you trust them. They can't be bought. They can't be influenced. They need to be pure reporters and journalists. I am very scared that people are being ordained and put into position.
Don't you think this is hysterical? The irony, the way he's trying to make it seem like he is not what he is telling us. He's telling us exactly what has been done to him and what he is. But he's trying to make it seem like it isn't. This is the loophole they try to create. This is how they try to... This is disinfo on himself. He's just trying to get the shade off. He can't. Everything this guy says is obviously a lie. We know it. But he thinks he can trick us and lie his way out of it. He thinks he can pull the wool over everybody's eye. That's a true narcissist.
as filters for information. I think that's dangerous.
And then he's saying people who don't know anything about ufology are being filters of the information that's being disseminated to the public. Who are they to have this information when they don't even know what's going on? So Jeremy knows what's going on, doesn't like it when other people are being put into position to take some of his assumed power away, or assume, just like Greer, if they're not the center of attention, something's wrong. People are going against me. Why am I not being talked about? Oh, I see. Oh, you're trying to push me out. That's what they think. We don't even want you in. Is it that obvious? Yeah, get the fuck out. All right, we just told you. Now we're not playing games anymore. GTFO.
For whistleblowers, I absolutely directly saw that is dangerous for the author of the Immaculate Constellation documents, who I walked into congressional offices for meetings so they could see eye to eye months before the hearings, before that was known to the public. I did that not only to vet the witness, the author of Immaculate Constellation, but also, to have that person show their face. Here's my information. This is coming out. And then to see the way that when I submitted that onto congressional record by design, I made sure that I got right there at that morning was the final copy that would be distributed, to see how bureaucratically that was twisted by the people controlling that narrative. If they'll lie about that.
That's the only thing that wasn't really a lie that he's talking about that he can harp on. There was nothing else that entire time that says there was any deception or any lying or any hiding or any whatever. Just this one thing that was handed to her, he's taken it and made it seem like they're out to get him. It's amazing. Oh my God, this guy.
Houston, we got a big fucking problem.
Let's hear the question,
You're
the
the
Q&A from the
problem.
public,
Okay.
and from our
It's
journal.
amazing, the irony, the hypocrisy. Yes, hypocrisy.
Friend, and then we'll come back. There are a couple of loose ends that I want to address, and
Yeah, you got an asshole right next to you, Chief. There's a loose end.
tie up with you.
Unbelievable. That was the first 4.5 minutes of that show. I like the show. I like this. I mean, for me, it gives us something to talk about. But my God, it's so weird how they live in this bubble that, unless I live in a bubble and I think maybe I'm wrong. See, that's the whole thing. I threw that up there tonight. We're all right. We're all wrong. Because there's no evidence. And the evidence we have is always passing us by. It's fleeting, I should say. It's like, hey, you got some evidence? Oh, shit, you lost it. Oh, you got some evidence? Oh, it's old, doesn't work anymore, not clear enough? Okay. Oh, you got some evidence? Oh, it's stolen? What happened to it? Oh, you got any evidence? It deleted? Deleted. Really? UFO history, you deleted? Deleted? Okay, deleted. Nobody has anything. And the things that people have, it's like what I got. Nobody wants to look at dots. Fun dots, but there's no detail. And it's almost as if I feel like I wasted my time. All those hours, 24,000 hours, just wasted. More or less. Really. It's like, I think about that a lot. Not all the time, but. And the reason I say that, it's like, well, where's the evidence that I have? I don't have anything that everybody's going to go, oh my God, Giordano, have you seen? They're going to go, what the fuck is he talking about? Dots? Look, I never shied away from my dots. I've always said I've got good dots, though. I've got triangles. We've got a city in the sky that's cool, a fleet of them that are interesting. There's some things that are unexplainable, but no details of a craft of anything. Not even a glint of, well, is that metallic or plastic or is it invisible? What are we looking at, Rich? A dot. I don't know. I don't really know. It's a light. It's a dot of light. It sucks. Now, With all that being said, there was a lot learned. I learned how a lot of people are lying to us, and planes in the distance, and drones, balloons, but anything that can be in the sky, I know usually what it looks like a lot of the time. So it's not hard to figure out, okay, I see this thing going back and forth. It kind of sways at the end. That's what drones do. Oh, yeah? And sometimes bugs, but, not that big. That's a drone. You could tell, the little leaf, a drone will go, one end comes up and then it rocks a little. That kind of shit. You know all the little nuances of how a balloon throws a string around in high winds, low winds, tied with another balloon. A lot of things, 24,000 hours. But let me tell you one thing you don't know. Aliens. Oh, and real UFOs. Nothing. Jeff Willis, who's doubled what I have. Same. Nothing. So when we hear stories like this from these people who are coming out, whistleblowers, and they tell us of these, an egg shape, and then we see the shit, and we're like, yeah, okay. Balloon, right? Now we got the gimbal, the Go Fast, or the other one. So it's blurry, it's black and white, no detail. Could be really a lot of stuff. We don't have anything. We don't have anything. Well, that we know of. I don't like it. I don't like any of it. I'm just thinking, it's just two worlds we live in. Corbell and those guys, they live in a world, Greer, they live in a world where if they can get away with it and people believe it, and it's good enough that nobody could really say fake, they'll yell it anyway, but they can't prove it. And they make some money off of it. That's not the world I want. That's the world they're creating. They create fake bullshit the whole way through. The whole time. It means nothing. Everything from Corbell and Greer and a lot of people associated bring nothing to the table. I don't. What do I bring? As far as evidence-wise, I bring, I bring the voice, but nobody gives a shit about a voice. People just want the truth. And when you're being lied to on a daily basis, now we're constantly lied to by the media on UFOs. We thought maybe they were on our side a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. We now know for sure. Maybe for me it took a little longer to see it, but they're not on our side. They're on the side that will make them money with advertisers and get them promotions. It's all about them. It's not about it's about, when it comes to the news, they just care about ratings. That's it. How many people? How many people? How many people watch this? Oh, alien in Vegas? Oh, and there's a cop that has what on his body cam? Oh, we can put those together. Where's George Knapp? Don't do anything yet, folks. In 1 month, we are going to have disclosure. This story should come out the day before. They hold on to it for a month almost. Remember? And then they post it a day before, a couple of days, whatever it was, to try to drum up more views. Really, George Knapp's bad for ufology. Bad. A lot of people would say, hey, wait a minute, man. You just the other day said you're all right with them. I am. The same way I'm okay with Corbell. We need them in the field. We have to have them. You want to know why? I know you know, but some people don't. So we know what bullshit looks like. They're the barometer for bullshit in the UFO field. Who else? Other than Corbell and Knapp? Oh, Elizondo. Okay. Who else? Christopher Mellon. And you know the rest. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's my opinion. It's what I feel. Excuse me, Jiminy Glick. But I don't think I'm wrong either. All right. I didn't come here to tell you that. Corbell. He's funny, man. All right, let's put this back up. Go.
I underplayed it.
Yeah, well, thank you for dollars have been spent over the years, and to have credit for submitting it to Congress. I almost
Boy, they're still talking about it 8 minutes in, 7 minutes in.
think it's a lucky break that it happened that way.
Yeah.
Because it was a tell. It was like flipping up your whole card to show what was going on. And maybe we can get into what it meant, but it was a lesson in the new reality for the UFO topic. And I think what's happening is a changing of the guard. We think, and I think Danny Sheehan would agree to us and with this and other people that might be in the audience, that there really is technology, non-human technology and bodies stashed in hangars or bunkers, and it's been there for a long time. And aerospace companies have been trying to figure it out, and they haven't mastered it yet. I don't think so. They haven't got anti-gravity. They've been trying, but because of the secrecy and these stovepipes, they can't let enough people know that where you could really have some serious progress. And it's maybe their time is up. But what's happening, I think, what came out of this hearing is the changing of the guard is there's a push to move that technology wherever it's stashed into the hands of other companies, other individuals. Do you want to go further than that?
Yeah, look, the hearing thing, here's the deal. George and I were talking. I was calling him for a pep talk before the thing. The first one was authentic. It was David Grush. We had vetted him for a year. We sat behind him in Congress because we knew what he was saying was authentic. This new hearing.
We sat behind him in Congress because we knew it was authentic. So the further away you sit from the whistleblower, the less you believe them. That some of the things they say just don't make sense. That comment makes no sense on any level. Listen to it, and he does it a lot.
I was calling him for a pep talk before the thing. The first one was authentic. It was David Grush. We had vetted him for a year. We sat behind him in Congress because we knew what he was saying was authentic.
What does that mean? You see why? I just can't get over what he just said. It makes no... Well, let's listen on.
This new hearing was absolutely controlled. I didn't understand it at the time.
Makes no sense, kids. We sat behind him because we believed him. We noticed when Elizondo was up there talking, you were nowhere to be seen. Where were you? Oh, right. We were in Alabama. I mean, come on. It's weird. It's a weird thing to say. We believe you, so we're going to sit by you. We don't believe you, we go to another country.
I was calling him for a pep talk before the thing. The first one was authentic. It was David Grush. We had vetted him for a year. We sat behind him in Congress because we knew what he was saying was authentic. This new hearing was absolutely controlled. I didn't understand it at the time. I'm still kind of experiencing it on the TV. I told George, this feels weird. It's as if people are, the toothpaste is out of the tube, as people say, like they can't put it back in, but they're trying to shape the emerging UAP narrative. That's a line from a CIA document. Shape, this way for you, shape the emerging UAP narrative. That's what's going on.
Tell us how. It's so easy to just to make a blanket statement. Let's see if he says how.
again. So I don't know what's going to happen, but
What is going on? He said nothing again. This is crazy talk. Look at you. Tell me what he said here.
Congress, because we knew what he was saying was authentic. This new hearing was absolutely controlled. I didn't understand it at the time. I'm still kind of experiencing it on the TV. I told George, this feels weird. It's
The new hearing seemed controlled, he said. This seems weird. We're watching it on the TV. I'm paraphrasing, but you got it. Here we go. Continue.
as if people are, the toothpaste is out of the tube, as people say, like they can't put it back in.
It's as if the toothpaste is out of the tube, as people say, and we can't put it back in.
But they're trying to shape the emerging UAP narrative. That's a line from a CIA document.
They're trying to shape. They're trying to shape. What did he say? This is really weird.
Can't put it back in, but they're trying to shape the emerging UAP narrative. That's a line from a CIA document. Shape, this way for you, shape the emerging UAP narrative.
He never says how.
That's what's going on. Again.
Right, you're part of that. He's part of it. He's part of it.
So I don't know what's going to happen, but
You don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody moves. Nobody gets hurt. Everybody knows nothing, but everybody thinks they know something. I've always said I don't know shit. I only know what I'm being told. And that's it. That's all he knows. That's all you know. That's all George Knapster knows. Nobody knows anything else. You want to go behind closed doors? What are they saying behind closed doors? Nothing! We would have heard it by now if there was a skiff, something going on in a skiff from 2 years ago. It would have come out already. These people can't keep a secret. It doesn't matter anyway. It's all window dressing. It's all fake. You know why? Because we never get evidence. That's why. Rich, you're telling me everything that you have heard, you don't believe? No, I believe. There's something going on, but not what any of us think it is. Even these whistleblowers don't really know. Right? And do I really think they're going to have evidence? No, I know they won't. You know they won't, but they should. They should. How else do you believe a whistleblower? Why would a whistleblower come out without evidence? What in the right mind? What psychotic breakthrough did these people have that they think it's okay to come out, break the law, be treasonous, talk about secrets they shouldn't be talking about without actually proving it? It's in the documents. Well, it's all blacked out. Oh, I see that word right there? Disc-shaped craft. Alien. Whatever you want to believe. It's up to you to make that decision. I can only lead you to the water. I can't make you drink it. Nor do I want to. Nor do I want to. But this, it ain't right either. Something ain't right with the Corb nap. The nap core. Yeah, nap bell. Core nap. Whatever. I'm only 9 minutes in. I'm not going to, I don't know how much further. I don't think I need to go that much further. They have told us everything I need to know. Plus, I can't play the whole thing. That's where we're at. That's it. Tired of what? Wait. What's this? Contrary 1. How are you? And thank you for the super comment. Tired of the Nicks Popes and Redfern Nicks. The Nicks, the two Nicks, Nick Redfern and Nick Pope. Nick Pope? Is it Nick Pope? I thought it was Nate Pope. And the Steves, Bassett and Steve Greer, that's so funny. And got off that long, slow train years ago. Look, let me tell you something. That's how I feel. Yeah, it is. Nothing's gonna happen. I mean, we know, but yeah, it's nice to talk about. It's nice to talk about. The drone show still goes on. They're just not talking about it anymore, like they were. The wave is over. The 3 months, it's over, right? You're welcome. Thank you. What was that? I just got hold on. I got a message. Oh. What? Jeanette. Jeanette throwing down a little bit of monetary shit. Jeanette, thank you very much. Mucho gusto, generoso. And a continuing supporter of GUFON, the angel of GUFON, the all things that keeps us going GUFON. There's a couple of us here that are keeping the show afloat. Thank you very much. Jeanette. That sounded like I was going to say Jeanette. The best a man can get. Gillette. Jeanette. I had an Aunt Jeanette. Never once did I think about that commercial. You know why? It's disrespectful. You don't disrespect your Aunt Jeanette. You don't disrespect everybody in your family. Hey, Tony, you're gonna get your backhand. Thanks, Jeanette. Jeanette, the angel of GUFON. For real. All right. So the aliens are 7 foot tall, praying mantis type of creatures, right? That's what we've been told. Do you believe this? Honestly. Some people say they're ready to meet the elegant creatures. Elegant? Our elegant new galactic neighbors. Excuse me, I said that wrong. Thank you, Rose Cuckold, for dropping this wonderfully unsettling news. What is this? Dr. Disclosure on X? Huh. Hey, give me
third floor
big.
of a split
Small.
level house.
Hey.
And
Shh.
it came through a sliding screen door. There was a deck out there, 3 stories up, no stairs down, and just walked right through the door, was standing over me. And again, I was terrified, frozen, paralyzed to the bed. And I got a male presence vibe from this being. And he's just looking at me very intently and explaining to me, look, this body that you got, it is just a soul housing group. It's a brain housing group. It is just a machine that your soul occupies for this lifetime. And so, yeah, we're going to mess with it. We're going to get up under the hood and we're going to adjust the carburetor, right? I had just dated myself there. We may swap.
He dated himself because he said carburetor. Dude, they still use carburetors. Good Lord.
A couple of parts out, but we can't steal you. We can't steal your soul. We can't steal your consciousness.
Not according to Jake Barber. Jack Reacher.
So quit screaming and writhing around and let us do our frickin' job. And it's like the equivalent of a surgeon telling the patient, stop squiggling, just like the veterinarian to my Labrador Retriever. Hold him down, for crying out loud. I gotta be able to check this tendon. And so I got that.
Good Lord. Guys, can I tell you something? Of course I'm going to. I don't need permission. Before I got into ufology, I thought about this that way too. What this guy is telling us is nothing new. We've heard this story countless times from countless abductees. Stop. It's going to be okay. Their mouths don't move. They talked to me. They just looked at me with that blank stare and those big almond eyes. And then I had feeling of calmness come over me. Yeah, because somebody drugged you and they hit you with a dose of happy time juice. You don't know this because you're, being abducted. They're drugging the shit out of you probably. Who the hell knows? Whatever. To go through this, something like that has got to be happening, I think. Doesn't mean I'm right. But people wake up with red dots like they were punctured, like something was used in their veins, So I'm only going by what I hear. So if people are being drugged while they're asleep to make sure they don't wake up or remember anything, and then they do wake up because you don't want to overdose somebody, right? You don't want somebody to die of an OD that never took drugs in their lives, right? All of a sudden they die. See, here's the thing. I need abductees to get their blood checked the very next day. We need to see if they're being injected with something or if there's a change in, I don't know, whatever they could find. Any change at all would be good. Yeah? That's what abductees need to do. If I get abducted the very next day, you want to know something weird about that? I got it. I believe in this, what I'm about to tell you. When Jeff Willis was here, we talked about communication, how some people may give off the frequency and become a beacon to the aliens or psychic abilities or whatever. And they see this coming from us. Oh, who? Rich Giordano, he's psychic now? Hold on. Rich, can you hear me? I think I hear something. He hears me. Don't do it again. You'll scare the shit out of him. But he just heard me. Don't do it again. Can you hear me? I hear you. Hello? Oh my God. I'm hearing voices in my head. Anyway, that never happened. But the feeling that something is there happened. Like the feeling like you're being watched. Why do we all feel that? Every one of us. What is that? You could walk into an NFL stadium with 50,000 people there and you're drawn this way for some reason. You look over and you see somebody looking at you, staring at you. Somebody you haven't seen in a decade maybe. They're trying to figure out if that's you too. They're like, is that Rich? And the energy comes to you and you feel that. How does that happen? Right? How do we feel that we're going to make contact with someone? Today I was thinking of my parents. Usually when that happens in this type of thought process, my mom will call or I'll get a text. Hasn't happened yet. Probably will tomorrow. But Most all the time. I'll get a feeling. I'm like, wow, this is my mother said a feeling about my mom. That's weird. And then she'll text me like 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later. You won't believe this. I was just thinking of you. And she always goes, yeah, I was. Well, why didn't you call? I was just thinking of you. I didn't think about calling. Why not? This is why. This is why. Hello? Better yet. So these psychic abilities that we're all supposed to have, I don't know if it's just because we think we can have them and feel special. We think we can do these things. I'll be honest, I don't know, but I really tried my best. I really did. My whole life. And I'm going to have to say no. I'm not psychic. I have no abilities at all. I'm just a good guesser. And that's what these psychics become. What do you mean become? So they were good, real, and then they became fake? No. They become a person of numbers. Because that's all they can do is prove with statistics their whole life. That's what they're going to be that's what they wind up doing is numbers the rest of their lives. Nobody believes a psychic that makes a mistake. Why when Jeff comes in, Jeff Garvey, and I go JG Connection, because they all go. Those are the two most popular letters for names, right? J and G. I'm getting a JG Connection. John, Gary, Jeanette, Jeannie, Jaleel. Yes, Jaleel White. And yet, we don't know. All right, let's move on. I went off on a tangent. That truly was going off on a tangent. I apologize for that. All right. I've got to talk about it. Rose Cuckold is saying a reveal is coming. A reveal is coming. Here we go again. 2 weeks ago, Greer just said disclosure's coming. Bupkis. And now we got Rose Cuckold. There's always a reveal coming. How about this? How about reveal your second brain cell so we know that you got two that can be rubbed together to form freaking energy, thoughts. Energy. I can't even think. I'm so angry. Listen to this yuts. I said, listen to him. Let me show you something.
There is going to be a public reckoning. There
yelling.
Is going to be. I don't think the president will ever sit there at a lectern and say there are non-human intelligences. I think eventually there's just going to be a slow reveal. There'll be a slow admission. And I think, even talking to people in the Pentagon myself or the intelligence community, I think there's the beginning of a realization that it's untenable for this cover-up to continue. It's becoming a bit of a joke. The volume, one of the reasons I'm so exhausted at the moment is people who've been in the psionic program, people in the legacy program who want to share. It's like a floodgates has opened. And I'm already talking to people at senior levels in the Congress, people in the Trump administration who want to know the truth. And I can't quite believe it because, if anybody had ever told me that Donald Trump would be the agent of disclosure, I would have laughed. But if anything fits into his narrative, be it true or not, about a deep state, it's this idea of a cabal of people in intelligence and defense who have taken it upon themselves to commit crimes to conceal a monstrous secret, the biggest secret in human history. And it's just amazing to me because the Trump administration does look like it's moving towards disclosure. I'm getting feel-outs from people in the administration who are saying, we want to hear from these witnesses. We want to engage. We want this evidence. We're going to be asking questions. It's happening. And one day, I'm reserving a very fine bottle of malt scotch for that opportunity when basically an admission is made that firmly puts the debunkers in their place. I think that day is not too far away.
Well, let's hope so. What's up, Cabalion? WAF 007. Let's hope so. Rose Cuckold. It's so cute when he says, it's bound to happen. It's going to happen. Well, eventually something's going to happen. But not Dick Closure, no. Not Dick Closure. I'm going to jump around a little tonight because it's Sunday. I can't. I don't know if you saw this interview that Greer did, where he actually says, Lou Elizondo called me a terrorist and a traitor. I think he said that's what he said. Red Panda Koala on X posted this.
I've been threatened. I mean, Lou Elizondo has openly called me a terrorist and a traitor.
He did. He did. Look at the finger in the ear. Because you are. You are not a terrorist. Maybe a traitor. But I don't know. I don't know. But why is the finger going in the ear? Because there's some tomfoolery going around. Hold on. I got to clean something up here. I can't have these things open. Close this. Oh my God. How many Facebook? Gee, many click. Okay, there we go.
Doing what I'm doing.
Why does he do it? Finger in the ear. Every time he says something important. Every time he says something important. Look, doesn't he look like a little chimp? He looks like a chimp. He looks like a chimp. He does. Oh my God, he looks like a chimp. I am not kidding. And this is Scott Stapp. Steve Stapp? Whatever his name.
And a
the lead singer of Creed. This is amazing.
Traitor for doing.
Beep. All right, wait, hold on. I'm talking. I'm sorry. All right, let's see why the finger goes in the ear.
And a traitor for doing what I'm doing.
Because he is a traitor. See?
I mean, that's on the public record, by the way. So
that you're a traitor. Yeah, we know.
You have these people who are very slick disinformation operatives who.
This is amazing tonight. We saw Corbell doing the same projection. We've got these people who are, going against the narrative. And this motherfucker just said the same thing. And he's looking up and to the left, not down and to the right, which means he's really lying. He's just talking. That's all he's doing. He's just saying shit to say it. Watch.
Are very slick disinformation operatives.
That's you.
Who can intimidate people or capture them and move them in ill-advised directions. Now, whenever a new person comes forward, one of my institutional frustrations is that I've seen this, it's like wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat 1,000 times, where people started to come forward and they get diverted into some fiasco, like a tabloid show or what have you. So that's something that I advise against. But again, I don't control what these folks do. I can advise, and then they're going to do what they're going to do. I've been threatened. I mean, Lou Elizondo has openly called me a terrorist and a traitor for doing what I'm doing.
Oh, we already heard this. Oh, I forgot. He does look like a chimpanzee. A chimpangreer. That was fun for me. I had fun. Uh-oh. Lil Pop Tart on X posted this. ETs, warning, a threat to Earth? Dr. Stephen Greer says 3 separate people working in communication centers have intercepted communications from NHI. They are fed up with our nonsense, the NHI said. Targeting and shooting them down. How dare us? Captivating their people. I think they mean capturing their people. I'm not sure what the... This is unbelievable. Wait a minute. We've got to hear this. It's Greer. It's Chimpan Greer.
Just one moment. This will disturb you. You may not sleep tonight.
Oh, no, there he goes, licking the lips. Finger will go in the ear within a minute. That's a bad sign right there. You know what that means. Dry mouth, licking the lips, stone motherfucker. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. You know, but licking the lips isn't a good thing. It shows that he's sipping the old Kool-Aid. All right, go.
Let me pivot for just one moment. This
Jeremy,
will disturb
pivot.
you. You may not sleep tonight. And I've known this for some time. But in the last 2 years, I've had 3 separate people who have been in communication centers at classified bases that have told me there has been intercepted communications from NHI, that they're just about fed up with that nonsense of us targeting them, damaging them, captivating their people, and doing this in a kinetic, meaning violent. Kinetic is another euphemism in the military. Just kinetic is just, casualties and destruction, violence manner.
Wow. The NHI are pissed off. Boy, are they mad at us. Now, I know there's a couple of people here in the chat screaming. I can hear you in my brain. I know what you're saying. The NHI are telling me it's bullshit. We never said any of that. And they're telling me they don't talk to people like Greer anymore. They stopped doing that 5 years ago. I'm told not to say another word about that. Let's listen. Is it farcical? To the farcicities, farcipitousness of Greer's. One of his shoulders is a little longer than this one, doesn't it? Look at this one. It's like 1/4 of an inch a little shorter. This one's a little... And this one goes... Ding, different. All right. Licking the lips. Saying it twice. Dr. Greer. I don't know, but that third eye is starting to pop out on top. Okay, I'm pressing play.
And then the problem is, because we have these advanced technologies that are psionic and technological, our craft, the ones that we have that are man-made, have pretty much reached almost an indistinguishable level with the NHI craft or ET craft. But by using this technology in an aggressive military and corporate way to simply get more and more of their stuff, their goodies, their technology, which is what all the billion...
What did I say about the finger? Didn't I tell you it was coming? Didn't I tell you it was coming? And it's not a nervous tick. It's something he does when he says something he shouldn't or doesn't know 100% about. He's just saying it in hopes that he's right. You know those people? Oh, yeah, we've got craft hidden in the basement of the United... That's when the finger goes in the ear. They're hoping we've got shit. Because they know for a fact that you and I will never know the truth. I mean this.
Or their stuff, their goodies, their technology, which
See?
is what all the billionaires want, right? Because they only think one way. How do I become a trillionaire if I'm a billionaire? That's all they care about, right?
Imagine making $453,000 in a single month as an affiliate marketer without.
These civilizations out in space are absolutely fed up with that. And let
Oh my God.
me be clear about this. This is a warning and it is a threat. If we stay on that path much longer, the dangers to peaceful civilizations out in space and other transdimensional space-based civilizations is that it is untenable. So we're at a crisis and we have to fix it. And the way we're going to
I'm going to look in the chat room, see who's here. I don't even know who Alien Girl is. Yeah, Rose Cuckold is a weirdo. It's a forced smile, too. It's just a play on words like UFO, UAP, tic tac, paddywhack. They just change it. Yeah, that's true. Samo says Rose has no SSCI clearance. No, I know. He knows nothing. He knows what we know. This is the same shit we talk about every night. Pretty much. Right? You thought it was the tip of the iceberg? It's the other. No. USA told him out of everyone where a UFO is so big a building topside. I don't know what that. I think I know what you're saying. Psionics, I'm wasting my time securing my password. Hey, what's up, Kabbalion? You know, this psionics thing, that word, when did we start hearing that? At the beginning of this year. Maybe at the end of last year, but psionics it's another stupid word that we don't need. I did the NFL good. Yep. I actually was very right in my picks. I did great. I don't think I lost. I think my picks are in the other room. I think I missed one game. The Tampa Bay game. I really thought they were going to win. All right. Let's keep moving on. We don't need to keep talking about. We know. We know. We get it. All right. Here's the guy I was talking about at the beginning of the show for a moment, who says I was part of a UFO recovery team. That's the new thing now. We're going to start seeing a bunch of that. We're going to start seeing UFOs, the shape of what? An egg. That's the new thing now. Eggs and drones. Drone show's still going on, just not getting the play it did before. Take a listen to this guy. Famed. Oh, now I knew this guy looked familiar. I'm so stupid. It's the remote viewer, Joe McGonigal. He talks about his involvement as a psionic asset. He never once used that term. Never. He was a remote viewer. He wasn't a psionic anything. And those cameras, okay, I got to tell you, They're really ruining ufology. You know why? Because the psionic camera, although it does do well in very low light, and you can see the stars and you can see satellites like nobody's business, but one thing the psionic camera does that allows you guys out there who like to lie, it gives everything color. And this is what Fat Fuck Tony was doing. Whenever, and you know, he would release or have somebody or grab somebody's video of one of these psionic recordings of one of those blimps that they, you know, the elongated cigar shaped shit. And because it looked purple, everybody, oh, it's purple. Never seen the purple Merple. Never seen purple before. It's got to be unique. Just didn't feel right. And of course, it wasn't. And the psionic camera, although it is a really good thing to use, can't trust the people using them. Sadly, I can't. Because they lie. People lie. Well, it's not. I didn't use a psionic camera. One guy was telling me. I'm like, no. Why are everything different colors? I don't know. You're the expert. And I go, yeah. That's why I said it. I mean, come on. Just because of, whoa. Here we go. Let's listen to him anyway. It's always good for a goof.
Part of a non-identified flying object recovery team for 15 years, and spent a lot of time at a multitude of different crash sites, and
a multitude. I don't even know. It's a multitude. That's how many crashes. Does this make sense to anybody? That there would be a multitude of crashed UFOs? Come on, man. What the frigonometry is going on? It's got to be us.
Just the data that we were able to collect, let's say out of 12 different sites, 11 of them were our stuff. Okay. It was clear when you actually got there and looked at the evidence on the ground and looked at the damaged aircraft that something might have collided with. And
can't do it. It's too tough. It's too tough. It's too tough. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I shan't. Anjali posted something. I think a message came from the council that says nothing to salvage. Nothing to salvage. She says it has been decided the sun is going to wipe the earth. Thanks a lot to all the assholes out there. I don't need to name you. Your name has already been written in the book, and you know who you are. Wow. You guys remember Jake Barber? The whistleblower from last week? The guy with the bug eyes? Remember him? Jack Reacher. Want to hear what he's saying? On X, he's saying some weird stuff. Like, weird stuff. Like, shouldn't be saying the stuff. Pulling it up. And I mean weird. Weird stuff. Hello, everyone. I think this is him. Yep, it is. A check mark. I'm pleased to finally bring you our full public disclosures. You are going to want to hear every bit of this. Over the next several days, we expect to not only move the needle, but reach the tipping point. This is a combined effort from all camps. There will be multiple releases. Here is what you can expect in my full interview. My full background and grooming process. An overview of the recovery process. My attempts to catalyze disclosure through the Dopser process. Oh my goodness. So Dopser's gonna tell daddy tell little boy what he could say. This isn't disclosure. If you have to have Dopser tell you what you can and cannot say, you're a whistleblowhard, is what you are. Catastrophic disclosure versus protecting America. Wet works. What the frigonometry does that mean? Wet works? Please. Proof that Congress has been intimidated. Stephen Greer. Indonesia. What? The danger of vilifying the military-industrial complex en masse. The importance of love and optimism. Okay, now look. Our government thinks they can actually look. They shouldn't be in our lives. They should assist, but not be in. Right? This is getting too close. The importance of love, and what the fuck is my government talking about love for? No, I'm serious. Seriously. I think it's weird. It's weird. It's like, I don't know what it's like. It's like having a talking dog that's going to tell everybody your secrets. It's not right. And lastly, an introduction to Skywatcher, a preview of our experience, more coming soon, and our plan to scientifically validate the existence of UAPs in the sky. What? This one kills me. The Dopser. My attempts to catalyze disclosure through the Dopser process. He thought that was a good idea. I'm going to go through Dopser and have them tell me what I can and cannot say without going to jail. Yeah, you know what you can say? Nothing. Nothing. If Jake Barber said nothing, where would we be today? Oh yeah, same place. You didn't move the needle. I'm sorry. I appreciate the effort that they want us to believe they're putting forth. This is bullshit. First of all, he saw a balloon, connected to a balloon. You didn't connect to any white lady or godlike bitch up in the sky. That's a lie. You're going off other people's stories and taking what they said and using it to your advantage. A la Jay Stratton, a la Christopher Bledsoe, a la peanut butter sandwiches. I don't need Jake Barber acting like he's going to be telling. We don't need Jake Barber. And period. Not doing anything. You know what, Jake? How about some good video evidence? Not something that looks like and most likely is a balloon. How about that? How about that? Get something outside. How about that? Terrible. Disrespectful to the community. Laughing at us. That's what they're doing. They're making fun of us. all it is. They're just poking fun. Look how we can get them thinking that these egg-shaped things are real. Watch, watch. And it looked like an egg. Oh my God, everybody thinks it eggs now. Everybody's seeing eggs. That's what happens, Joe. I told you, everything we say, they'll do. Not this Giordano guy. What's wrong with this guy? Yeah, I don't know. He's hatched from a different egg. You mean like Eggs Benedict? Oh. Joe Rogan. Although I'm a little upset at him still. Here, listen to what he said several years back about ufology, UFOs, evidence, and all the other stuff that goes with it.
And that's one of the things that I found when I did that television show. I still harbored a few conspiracy theories before I did that show, but doing that show for several months and constantly interviewing people who believed in outlandish things, I found the same thing over and over and over again. Illogical people with very little evidence, believing things in almost a religious way. And I found it with Bigfoot, and I found it with UFOs, and I found it with chemtrails, and I found it with, it was just one after the other in varying stages of ridiculousness. I feel like contrails and chemtrails were the most nutty people. The UFO people seem to be the most reasonable because it's the most reasonable theory out of all of them. The idea that we have spaceships, why doesn't someone else have spaceships? There's hundreds of billions of galaxies in the known universe, hundreds of billions of planets in each galaxy. The odds of there being some sort of a life form out there is pretty high. But there's not.
See, Joe Rogan's wrong. Chemtrails are 1,000,000% real. They admitted it. The documents came out. Maybe it came out after this because they came out around this time, didn't they? I know they came out before. I've been talking about chemtrails being a real thing since 2004, but you know, the updated version I think just came out like 8 years ago. I don't know. But either way, Joe's wrong. Chemtrail people are very reasonable. They're just as loony as the next. And the thing is, when Joe did that show, Joe Rogan Experiences Everything, something like that, right? When he did that show, the people he was connecting with are the people that his producers thought were the people in the know. Instead, they're not the people in the know. They're the people in the think they know. And were a little bit batshit crazy. They didn't talk to anybody like me or anybody that seemed reasonable. You know? They were talking to people that were a little bit out there. It was not a fair show. Not a fair showing of ufology. It wasn't a fair showing of Bigfoot. That show, Joe Rogan Experiences Everything, was pretty much as bad as the conspiracies themselves. He has no room to talk. No, it made me mad. It did. I didn't listen to Joe Rogan for a good year and a half.
Nothing. That's the craziest thing. Like, the more I talked to these people, the more I went over all their evidence, air quotes evidence, the more I asked them why they believe things. There is nothing. There's not a goddamn thing that you can put on a scale. There's not a thing that you can weigh. There's not a thing that you can measure. There's not a thing that you can look at a photo and go, wow, that's compelling. There's not one. It's just an idea. And that idea is that there's something in the sky that flies around that we, you know, either might catch if you're there, the right place, the right time, or not, and that they're from another planet. But
yeah, if you look at what they put forward as the best evidence, it's often like
it's nothing.
Cases from the 60s where there's an eyewitness who said something, like there was some guy on a road who says he blacked out and like, you know, his car got messed up.
It's always that.
From the 60s.
Well, that's the other thing that I know too much about psychedelic drugs. And I know about endogenous psychedelic drugs, the brain producing this chemical called dimethyltryptamine that happens when you're sleeping. Now, they've proven that this stuff is produced in the liver and in the lungs, and they believe it's now, they've got evidence that it's produced in the pineal gland. It's a very potent psychedelic drug that your brain produces, and your brain produces it during REM sleep. So these people, they all take naps. And during these naps, they have these crazy fucking dreams. And it's entirely possible that during these dreams, what happened is they got some.
Wow. What a blanket statement. Oh, all these people take naps. What? What is Mick West doing there? Say something, you idiot. See, this is why Mick West, he's only been in the field a little bit, right? He just got here.
Some endogenous DMT dump, whether they were under stress or whether they just had an erratic dump of this human.
All right, that's it for tonight. I got to get going. Thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out. It was fun. And we will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m., the normal time. So be careful out there. Hope the rest of your day goes well, or night. I think mini golf is up for grabs. We'll see. I'm going to eat a sandwich first. Thank you all for hanging out. We do it. We do truthology for ufology, and we do it for you. It's true. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Be safe. If you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. Alien Bus.